Hey guys, Nick Pelshot here with a bit of American history on our new Nick Talks America. As always, I'm brought to you by my good friends Chris and Lee at New American Funding. So you may have seen this wonderful post around the web that is used to bash America. It goes something like this. When NASA started sending astronauts into space, they quickly discovered that ballpoint pens would not work in zero gravity. To combat this problem, Congress approved a program, and NASA scientists spent a decade and over $165 million developing a pen that writes in zero gravity, upside down, on almost any surface, and at temperatures ranging from below freezing to over 300 degrees Celsius. The Russians used a pencil. Now let's dissect the stupid out of this. First of all, this did not happen. As a matter of fact, American astronauts and Russian cosmonauts both use pencils. As a matter of fact, NASA was paying almost $130 each for mechanical pencils in 1965 and 66. But they were looking for something cheaper and less flammable. Also, it is a fact that pens will not work in zero G. But along comes Paul C. Fisher, owner of the Fisher Pen Company, and a cool inventor kind of guy. In 1953, Paul Fisher invents the universal refill cartridge that fits almost all name brand pens. This invention solves a big problem for stationers because, until a quality replacement refill came along, the stationers had to carry 2 point sizes and 4 colors of the ink for each pen brand or model they carried. So we're off to a good start. Paul Fisher, smart guy. But in 1966, Paul files his coolest patent yet for a sealed and pressurized ink cartridge, and it was used in the Fisher Pen Company's AG7 anti-gravity pen. It could write anywhere in any direction and can function at temperatures of negative 50 degrees clear up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, NASA never asked the Fisher Pen Company to develop the pen, nor were they aware that it was even in development until late in 1965 when they were approached by Mr. Fisher, who asked them to try it out, which they did for 18 months of solid, rigorous, abusive testing. And guess what? It passed. In 1967, NASA bought 400 pens at $295 each. On October 11th, 1968, Apollo 7 was the first mission to carry what we now call the space pen into orbit. Houston, I have my space pen and I am ready to graffiti the Russian satellite. Here's another little-known fact. In 1969, the Russian space program ordered 100 of the AG7 anti-gravity pens from Fisher Pen Company for use in the space missions.
Yes, comrade, I have space pen and am ready to draw on American satellite.
And even today, many other space programs use the AG7, including the Chinese. It is also in more museums than you can possibly imagine. The Fisher Pen Company has changed its name to the Fisher Space Pen Company and now designs many variations of its original AG7, including one called the Chrome Bullet that was the focus of a Season 3 Seinfeld episode. So take that, internet rumor mill, stick it up your USB port sideways. An American pen company, not NASA, not the American taxpayer, but good old, hard-working American business invested in the future. And now you know what really happened. Can't say the other thing because it's copywritten. But you know what else you can do with a pen? fill out loan docs. And why would you fill out loan docs? For a new house. Come on, keep up. And speaking of a new house, if you're looking for a new house, you gotta pay for it somehow. And my buddies Chris and Lee at New American Funding are the somehow. You found the house, and now you need the loan. Chris and Lee at New American Funding can get it done. Give them a call. I'm Nick Pelshot, and have a better one.